Hey, welcome. It's another episode of People Like You. My name is Emmanuel Osasira, your online personal trainer and wellness coach. And today I am met with a very special guest, Mr. Justin Greer. So,
Come on.
me and Justin have known each other for almost 10 years now. We met through the College Group Church in
Facts.
Bakersfield, and we're still good friends. We used to hoop it up all the time when I was out there and everything. He's got me more than
Come
I,
on.
so I'll keep it real. But today he's going to come on and share what it's like to develop a fitness lifestyle, and he has a kid on the way. He's going to share a lot about that. But
Mhm.
Justin, go ahead and introduce yourself. And
What's up? First off, thank you for having me, man. I call me, man. That goes way back.
way back.
Um, I'm proud of you. Before I even talk about intro myself, dude, to see this dude grow, see this dude dominating fitness, to see him grow physically too. Like the dude, every time I see him, he's gained some more
That's
gains.
love. That's love.
It's
Thank you.
crazy. So like you are an inspiration. I stay watching. I don't know if you know this. I stay watching. I be
I
peeping it.
appreciate that,
So
man.
like
That's
you are an
love.
inspiration, bro. You really are. So thanks for
Yeah.
having me. I'm Justin Greer. I'm a pastor at Valley Bible Fellowship. But more importantly, I identify, other than a man of God, I identify as a father.
Yeah, man.
That's what I am, man. And my fitness journey, it's an up and down journey like galore. I know a lot of people say that, but when we get into it, it is up and down. Like that's
Right.
what it is. And
Right. Right.
I'm excited to get into it though. But just thanks for having me. And
Yeah. For
before
sure.
we even start, keep going. Whatever you're at in your fitness journey, keep
There
going.
you
Because
go.
I've hit rock bottom and gotten to great shape and hit rock bottom again. But you can
Right.
always get right back up.
Right. So the name of the podcast is the People Like You podcast, as you know, and basically I love to bring people on and just have people share their stories as far as where they're at, just
Yeah.
relatable things that everyday people struggle with. So for you, like I said, I met you when you were single still and
Yes.
hooper, and I'm sure you still do hoop in a league right now, but
Yeah. Just got back.
yeah. Oh, nice. So gradually, as you've gone through these last 10 years, at least that I've known you, now you have responsibility at the church full time,
Hmm.
a full time husband. Now you're a full time father several times over, and so how has your fitness journey changed throughout this like process and stuff? Take us to like at least where we met, and then like how it's kind of changed along the way.
All right, for sure. So when we met, I was at a good point. We're young college age men looking for some females. So like,
On the hunt.
yes, for sure. Like deep down on the hunt. You're
Yeah,
always on
yeah.
the hunt when you're single.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
so of course I've always been an athlete. So I feel like that's been a crutch, honestly, because the natural athleticism makes you not work hard. Well, made me.
Right.
I feel
Right.
like we both had the same athleticism, but you worked hard with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
but I would I would work hard then. It was my motivation was always, I feel like it was wrong, but I'll just say back then my motivation was trying to look good and get in shape. Therefore, I did spend some time at the gym. I did whatever I could. I hooped 3-4 times a week. Basketball has been a godsend for my fitness, and I'll get into that later.
Yeah.
But I was hooping 4 or 5 times a week in good shape, and honestly, to get off alcohol, God told me to run. So I ran a half marathon way back, like 12 years ago, ran a half marathon. I hadn't ran since high school at that point, and just got in fairly good shape. And then I got married, and this is where the journey starts going crazy. So you get married, and the happy weight thing is a real thing,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen. Bro, people told me happy weight was a real thing, and I'm like, nah, I've been in okay shape my whole
My whole
life. I'm
life.
good.
My whole life.
But
Yeah.
then you spending time, you happy, you guys getting desserts at dinner. I'm telling you, bro, it hits and that was I was
Man.
about 20. I was mid-20s when I got married, and I got like, you definitely saw some weight gain start taking place. And honestly,
Word.
as we talk about motivation, my motivation changed. Like it's that thing. You got a girl, so now you're like, you feel like you
Right.
can lax a little bit because
Right.
that's not the case. That's not right. But that's what happens mentally to us. We feel like we can lax. So of course, some weight gain. But this is what's crazy about my story. So I'm in the kitchen one day with my wife and my friend Sim, And
Right.
I'm talking, they see people running marathons, right? And I go, I can do that. And here I am, like, about to be 30, right? And they, like, when I'm used to being a natural athlete, could do
Right.
anything, like that
Right.
mentality. And they both said, whoa, you need to calm down. Your knees are, like, their reaction was like I was 60. And I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, you gonna tell me I can't run a marathon? But it shows what my motivation is has always led my fitness journey. So I hear that, and I'm a fan of that. I'm a fan of Michael Jordan, and I watched that the documentary. If you guys haven't seen that, that documentary is one of the greatest. But every little thing someone said to that man, he took personal. And that when I got told I couldn't run a marathon, that was a motivation I needed in my life. I was like, my wife said I can't run a marathon. All right. So then I started training. And this is when I got in the best shape of my life. This was about 3 years ago.
Nice.
And I start training and find out, for one, I can't run a marathon. I needed a team. God put this team around me. Pastor Al Martinez is at Valley Bible Fellowship. He started this thing called Squad Runners. And I was able, when I didn't want to wake up at 5 a.m. and run, he was texting me saying it's time to run. And like, it's easy to tell yourself, I'm not going to run today and go to sleep. But when someone else is there and they know you done looked at that message and read it, so you're awake, it's harder.
Right. Oh, yeah, that tells on you. Yep.
Don't turn that off. Keep that on. That's accountability, bro.
Man, seriously.
It's tough. But so I did that, and he helped motivate me, and then a team out. So from us started running, a small group of like 3 people, other people started running. It became this whole movement, and as we were inspiring people, they didn't know they were the only reason I was still running. I had mentally, I had given up. I had ran my first like 11 miler, and I was like, 26 miles. These people, y'all crazy. I'm done. Like, I'm not going further. But then I knew who was watching, and I knew that other people who couldn't run a mile were coming out and walking with us, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this for them.
Got the weight on the shoulders now.
For real, but it shows that team. It was the greatest thing I ever accomplished, and I can't take credit for it. It was the team who pushed, and I believe that as I'm trying to restart my fit journey, because this COVID hit me. I'll talk about that.
Yeah, everybody.
But it was the team. It was the team that got me probably in the greatest shape I could. And when I went to prove that I could do something great, I found out I really couldn't. You got to put some people around you who are trying to better themselves. And it's not who's the greatest. It's not who's the fastest. It's not who's the most fit. It's the ones who are the most inspiring by doing it anyway.
Yeah.
There was this guy out there who came out there. He couldn't even run. He was so heavy. He couldn't run. And at marathon day, when we get there, it's a year down the road after a year of training, of waking up at 5 a.m., he crossed that finish line with us. After not being able to lift his feet to run, he had to walk.
Wait, he ran the whole marathon?
He ran the marathon. It was a slow time, but he cut.
No, bro, I don't care if it takes, 26 miles is 26. I'm one of those. 26 miles is 26 miles.
Exactly.
That's amazing.
So he cut all that weight, all that time, and he still runs to this day. And Squad Runner still goes to this day. Al's been begging me to make a return to Squad Runners, and but that's the up and down. Now I want to get into, if I can, and then I'll let you.
Go ahead.
I know you can teach me something in this.
Oh, man, I always have something to say, but no, keep going, dude. Keep going.
For it. But this is what I found was key, because when I got to my worst shape was a little after marriage, after my first child. I now have 3 with one on the way.
Congratulations, by the way, man.
Thank you. One, the time to hoop, like hoop was what kept me in shape. I thought it was just because it's natural athlete and fast metabolism, but it was lifestyle. The lifestyle I was living was active. And when you become inactive, you start noticing the weight gain. So I had to find a balance, and a balance is hard to find, but this is what I found. I have a supportive wife. I have a supportive wife.
Man. And talk about that. Go ahead and segue up to that part a little bit. Just a little bit.
Yes, because when
supportive wife.
Yeah, when I said I couldn't, when she said she was worried about me running a marathon, I said, I'm going to do this. And that meant waking up at 5 a.m., leaving her with the child. That meant meal prepping for me, and them cutting out the normal stuff we were eating. and eating good stuff, baking chicken, doing things like that we weren't doing naturally as a family. And my wife was right there. She supported me. She would buy me gels to get my running down. She would, when I get home, she'd have the roller ready for me. And I'm telling you, it sounds selfish, and it probably is. I'm a selfish person, but my wife is the epitome of love, and she supported me running. And the same thing, when she's ready to run, when she tells me she wants to do something for her fitness, husbands, that's what we are to do.
For real.
Okay,
Word,
I got the kids for the day. You go take care of yourself, because we have to take care of self, because we're living for more than us. We're living for our kids. We're living for our family. And she supportive wife. I couldn't have done this if she wasn't willing to let me run. So I had to find a balance. You don't want to take advantage of your wife. So I had to. I would run in the morning, make sure I come home.
Right.
And this was a crazy thing. This is a crazy thing about fitness, and this is a reminder to myself. I was always tired and sluggish, and waking up at 5 a.m. to go run 10 miles and come home, you would think makes you more tired, but somehow gives you more energy. And I'm sure you know the science behind this. I don't, and it still blows my mind to this day. But I'm thankful my wife lets me do it, because I get home and I was actually more energized, so it helped us both. But you can chime in. Go ahead and chime in.
No, I mean, shoot, I'm just taking it in, bro. This is quickly becoming one of my favorite episodes. What this podcast is about. Come on and share what's been working for you. But I mean, dude, you gave me a ton to unpack. Just going back to the support group and the fact that you wouldn't be able to finish out the marathon by yourself. And I've had several guests come on and share about the importance of a support group. But I mean, you just gave the biggest advertisement of it all, dude. Just the fact that somebody that wasn't able to barely walk and move finished a marathon just by starting off where they're at.
Yeah.
I mean, what other excuse do you need? You know what I mean? And so that's definitely key. And then also what you said with the supportive wife. Shout out to Cassie Greer.
Come on.
For all the things that she was able to help you do as well. And then also having just that mental awareness to be like, because sometimes I'm one of those people, anything can be an addiction, whether good or bad. And so sometimes people can fitness, and you have to find that balance. Otherwise, yeah, your personal fitness is good, but then you're compromising more important things like your marriage and your call and your role as a father. And so just to have that like me time mindset where it's just like, all right, 5 a.m., everybody still sleep. This is me time. And then later on, you know, at the end of the day when my wife's been taking care of all the kids and everything, then I can come in and now me time is done. Now I'm a father and staying on your duty. So I'm glad you were able to drop that as well. But I just like these stories because really your fitness is going to be able to dictate how the quality of relationships you have from a standpoint of, you know, if you're lethargic, if you can't take a couple of steps without, you know, being out of breath, then how are you going to play with your kids? How are you going to go on a family trip? You know what I mean? Or how are you going to have, you know, the energy to just do stuff randomly and just go out and even minister and stuff on the street and stuff? We don't think about like, you know, how important our personal health is. And so, man, you hit the nail on the head.
Yeah.
You can keep going if you have more.
Even on that, so that was so everything I said was to about two years ago. And then my fitness, I started running less and less, and my fitness slowed down. I started golfing. I fell in love with golf, right? But I found out quickly that golf changes my lifestyle because golf is good. You're getting outdoors and stuff, but it's not enough cardio to keep you in shape. It's not
you
enough
think it
lifting.
is though, because you're standing on grass for 4 hours.
I would think, but I'm a testimony. It is not because the weight was still coming.
Yeah, no, you're but you're
that's
just standing around.
I've never been disciplined in diet. Even when I was running, the diet was the hardest thing to discipline. That's where I'm most struggling and trying to learn right now is the key. I watched it even on one of your podcasts. You got to keep it out of the house. I got to not bring it home from the store. Good Lord. You were preaching on that one. But
I'm telling you, bro.
Yeah, but where I'm at now, I went through like probably a year of just lack of fitness. I was golfing, I was this and that, and I started looking in the mirror and I could see some gains, but that didn't affect me that much like it used to. That's scary for one. It's scary. But what affected me was I'm a youth minister. So we're exactly what you said. You forget about the day-to-day that your health, how your health comes into play. So we're playing games. I'm running basketball,
Especially
football with
you.
the
I've
kids.
seen you in there. I've seen you in there, bro.
Yes, I'm
Bro, if
playing.
you're not in
We
shape,
out there.
dude, if you're not in shape to do your job, bro, you'll embarrass yourself and be like,
Yeah, a kid will shake you and put you on the ground in front of
I'll be ready.
everybody that you're trying to
Facts.
mentor. So I'm out there, and this is what did it. Someone asked me, "Why are you breathing so hard?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm breathing pretty hard right now." And it wasn't like that before, and it was a wake up call. And this was probably like a couple months ago, and that's when I hit my friend Young Preach up, and we rejoined the basketball league. I was like, okay, I gotta start putting some fitness.
Back to where it started.
Amen. And I found I've tried the gym and I fell out and get gains fall. I'm that type of person. It's my mentality because my priorities are always. I feel like my priorities are wrong, and they've just now at age 32 started falling into place. I would work out for myself to get in shape to do this and that will not last, and that's why I never lasted in the gym. And now literally the reason I play basketball is not just because I love it. It's not just because my friends are out there, but I'm like, my cardio is important. And for my kids, I got to be around for my kids, man. I have to be around for my kids. Saddest thing that happened in the news recently, Chadwick Boseman.
I heard about that last night.
Away.
Yeah,
R.I.P. to the Black Panther. And I'm not saying health is what caused his cancer or whatnot. That's nowhere near where I'm going. Where I'm going is there are health concerns, period. And I'm starting to, when I hear stories like that, my brain now goes to, as a father, I got to take care of myself best I can to fight. Some stuff is out of our control, but there's some stuff in our control. And I want to make sure I handle the part that's in my control. So now my motivation as a father has shifted, and I hope some young people are watching and understand, do it early, because I want to be healthy for my kids. It's not for myself. It's not so I can look in the mirror and feel good, which there was times when that was the motivation. I think that's okay. It's okay to want to love yourself and look good. But my motivation is to be healthy. So now I'm at basketball, getting it together. Now, in order to play basketball, you got to run a little bit because you're gonna get tired out there. So you got to throw some runs in during the week. And my cardio, which is my most important thing right now, is starting to work its way back, and I'm seeing the change. I'm like, finally,
dude, it's coming back.
But that age 30 hits different, man. Like the way the tiredness came and the weight gain came, you got to put in the work. You can't live off your. You
got to be more intentional.
Yes. And I'm there. I'm literally in the midst. I'm in the struggle with a lot of you people out there, and I don't know. Just keep going, E-Man, and encouraging us. I'm telling you, people are watching. They might not say it.
Appreciate
they might not hit the like button like we should.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's all good.
But it's needed, bro. We got to keep going and pushing each other because it's that vibe. It's people around me. It's people, and even you motivate, bro. You motivate without, you don't have to say anything. It's just when I run into you, when we hang out, when we do the short times we get to, I'm like, dang, he's still going on this fitness thing.
Word. I'm like, I don't think about that.
And it's encouraging. And it works the same way in faith. I've learned this. It works the same way in faith. People come back to church and they're like, dang, that dude's still going for God. He's still going. And then they go, okay, so I need to come back. It works like that with your physical fitness. You guys are pillars. People who are in shape. You're not just nice to look at. You guys are those pillars that say, keep going, because you can better yourself. You can get there. Yeah, and remember that. Know what you're representing, bro. That's a big deal.
Come on, man. You're blowing me away, dude. That's facts, man. No, seriously, because like not just me, but just anybody. I mean, you've seen people that, I'm sure you've seen two type of people before. I'm sure you've seen people that have lost a lot of weight, and then you see them again, gain it all back. You're good. And then I've seen a lot of people that have lost weight, and then 6 months later, they still have the weight off.
Yeah.
And so, like, man, that speaks volumes. That's probably the strongest testament, like, more than any video or anything I could put out, is when you see the consistency in somebody, dude.
It's a big deal.
Yeah, dude, and it kind of ties into what I want to say just now, too. I noticed that as you're talking, like, you mentioned that you were in and out of the gym, but you've always been able to be consistent with basketball.
Yeah.
And that's a good testament to the fact that, and I've made some comments on this, but it's a good testament to the fact that, man, your exercise, your fitness is what you enjoy doing. I get so many questions like, what's the best exercise for this? When should I do that? And my responses are, your favorite exercises whenever you can make the time. It's just like all consistency stuff, dude. And so I'm glad that you said that too, because I feel like you would have been doing yourself a disservice if you were just like, no, I got to get into the gym too. Got to get my gym membership. I got to make 30 days in a row. No, I can do this. And I know you're a pretty willful person too, but at the same time, I think that you set yourself up for greater success to go back to, like I said, your first love where it all started, hooping for cardio,
man. Come on, man.
And you're having such a good time doing it, of course, that you don't think that you're actually increasing your endurance, all these other benefits and stuff.
Amen. Yeah.
That we're talking about. Yeah, man.
And to be out there like doing so I try to use competitive. We use this thing in the church. It's like a what is it? It's like a skills challenge thing. It tells you what your gifts are. And one of my strongest gifts other than belief were competitiveness. And you know this when they should videotape when me and E are on the basketball court, bro.
Yeah, we used to go at it, man.
You would think ESPN is out there. I'm telling you.
We used to go at it. Good time.
And so you're going in that competitiveness. It makes me work, like he said, without feeling like I'm working. So I'm trying to find ways to get competitive in other areas. This is where I'm learning. I'm not preaching that I got this down, but I'm trying to, it says when your gift is competitiveness, there's a positive side and a negative side. You can always use the positive side to your gift. So I'm trying to make it where my eating, my health habits become competitive, whether it be with myself, with my wife, with my friends, try to make it competitive. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to eat better than this person. I'm gonna show them that I can do this. I know it's a tough way to look at it, but that's how my brain functions. That's how I'm gonna get results. So I have to do it like that. So that's what I'm trying to sprinkle in. So if you see me out there, just know I'm looking at your plate trying to see if I can eat healthier.
Word, man. Come on, dude. That's facts, man. That's dope, dude. I want to kind of segue into where you first got married, right? Getting married in freaking a little over a month, like 33 days. Holy smokes. And,
congratulations. It's the greatest thing you could have done.
Absolutely, man. We're both so excited, man. I appreciate that. So with marriage, of course, comes changes. You know that. Changing schedules, changing things that we're used to, and you're learning. From what I understand, you're learning how to intertwine your lifestyle with somebody else. So what were some of the biggest challenges for you as far as fitness time? And maybe you can touch on like just having you time and stuff for your own personal fitness. What are things you would do differently, maybe, and basically just any advice that you can give to a future newlywed right here.
Yeah, similar to what I did with the running. I would have done my time early, make the sacrifice and do my workout early, because I spent in the beginning of my marriage, I spent a lot of nights hooping. Because it's that transition, right? You've been living your own lifestyle, and now you merge it with another. And so I didn't feel that urge to be home all the time. So I would hoop. I would have night hoop sessions, from 6 to 9. I would have some from 9 to midnight. And I'm hooping. And all that time, my wife is at home. So for me, I would change that to one night or 2 nights, Thursday or Friday. Those are my hoop nights. And she could understand that. But the rest I would do early morning runs or early morning push-ups and pull-ups. That's something I believe every man can do, or it really can. That's just willpower thing. Like no one loves that, but we can all do that. So I would have changed and done that to make up for the lack of basketball, because that's just a sacrifice I feel like I would have had to make. But and involve my wife. I feel like I didn't involve my wife in my fitness as much. Like when we dated and I was courting her, we did a lot of running together. But once you snag them, you forget to bring them along, and like the key reminder to all you fellas, especially you getting married, the things you do to get her, keep doing them. Do not stop, because and whether that's fitness too. If fitness is what got her, don't turn into a slob right after. So all that. But that's what I would have done different. I would have done some morning workouts before it cut into our time together as a couple. 'Cause I feel like we had a couple of bickerments and struggles, mainly just because I wasn't spending enough time at home that I could have avoided, and being transparent, because I was being prideful, saying like I'm hooping with the boys, this and that, and that's not what I was doing. I was trying to stay in shape, and I don't think I was being honest with that either. I don't think I was saying like I was using it as a social outlet when really it was a fitness thing. And if I could have got my wife to understand that earlier, probably wouldn't have been as much of a struggle either.
Right.
And because now she totally gets that my basketball is a fitness thing.
Right.
It's not just a social gathering, though the social gathering is good for you too mentally. But it's a communication with my wife of where I'm at fitness wise. And when I remember I communicated with my wife. I wanted to eat better. She went out shopping and brought home nothing but healthy stuff.
Wow.
And I'm like, I just had to say that, and you would have stopped bringing home ice cream, cookies, and stuff. I would have been.
It sounded like an answered prayer. She didn't even ask you twice.
Yeah. I'm sure she was like, this dude needs to get in shape, but she wasn't gonna tell me. So as soon as I said it, she's like, okay. And that's once again supportive wife. She was down to cook the healthy stuff. She was down to cut out the bad stuff, even in her own life, to try to help me. So that's what I would do different. To answer that question, I would definitely do my morning workouts. I know I learned a lot from my brother. I have an older brother. When I would go spend time with him and stay at his house, I'd always notice him and his wife would go running in the morning, and I'm like, that is dope. That's a power couple, a couple that's trying to stay
seriously.
Fit. Yeah.
Man, dude, you're dropping dimes, man. I'm loving this episode, dude. One of the things I just admire about you is and we can just hear it just during this podcast right now, is just your sense of just self-awareness and the need for balance and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
It's key, man. It's so easy again to come into a marriage like you-centered and stuff like, well, this is what I've always done. This is what keeps me, blah, 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 blah. And then for you to just have that self-awareness and stuff to be able to be like, all right, let me scale back real quick and see like what this looks like in the marriage dynamic, and then just make the necessary changes and stuff. I think that's huge. I think that's a takeaway for any marriage, any relationship, or anything like that for everyone, because it's just so easy to just like lose that balance and not even have an awareness of it, really.
Mm-hmm.
So that's super dope.
And that balance, this is what I'm excited for. I wanted to share this. I'm just throwing this.
Yeah, go ahead.
You told me I was going to be on. I was like, this is what I'm excited to share.
Yeah,
I was at my basketball game, and there's this OG there who's been hooping for years. He's like 50 something, and his niece and nephew are there. They're like 11 to 13, and I'm a youth pastor, so I of course I ease my way into a conversation with them, try to see where they're at with God and whatnot. And they go, what time did you get here to the basketball tournament? I go, 9. I got here at 9 a.m. They go, we've been here since 7. They're all proud. I'm like, what's going on? And they go, we've been here since 7. I go, why'd you get here so early? They go, well, we wake up with our uncle. Whenever we stay at our uncle's house, we wake up at 6 a.m. We read the Bible, and then we go for a 30-minute run. And then so that's why. And then he comes here to the gym, and I go, dang, I'm holding on to that. What I look for, because my fitness community, I got 3 kids, 1 on the way. That's going to be my fitness community.
Right.
Their sports, training them, being with them. And how can I train my kids if I don't train myself? Right. And I got to get myself ready to be able to run with them in the mornings, get them ready for their basketball, soccer, whatever sport they choose. I want to be there. I want to be their second. They're going to have a coach, and I want to be that second coach right there with them and learning and growing with them. So I'm excited that my kids aren't going to, and when they're infants, you got to work and balance and figure out how to get to the gym, get childcare. It is a struggle. Trust me, it is a struggle.
I was wondering how I was able to get you on here, man. I was like, man, it's going to be a hard schedule. But
at any time right now, a kid could come running in the room screaming bloody murder. And right now, they're in there with my wife, supporting again. Once again, supporting. She understands. I'm meeting with you on the podcast. She's keeping the kids in there playing with them. A supportive wife, fellas, is the most important thing. Make sure you get the right one. But I'm excited to work with my kids and train them in fitness. And you can't be a hypocrite in it, is what I'm learning. I gotta put myself through the same thing I want to put them through. I want them to eat right and train. I gotta start trying to eat right and train. And man, that eat right part, I'm telling you guys, that's my biggest struggle. If you guys have ideas, even if you have ways to help, let me know, because I
got you.
I can discipline myself in so many areas. That food will get you, man. It's so
fun. Yeah. I mean, my thing is portion and moderation. So that's kind of like a lot of the conversations that I've had on here. But yeah, man, I'll shoot you some stuff. And anybody else listening, go ahead and shoot me questions. I'll go ahead and hook you. Because the thing is, it's the same thing as your exercising as well too. Whereas, man, the best meal plan for you is probably going to could be one of the worst meal plans for your wife. You know, is the best
Exactly.
be suitable just for you? What do you like to eat? And then go from there. So, and that type of thing takes time too, to figure out what do I stick with? What can I eat like consistency? That's the big buzzword for me, consistent.
Yes.
And then go from there. But
yeah, I gotta find the basketball of my diet. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
exactly. There you go. And check this out. When you said too, now you have your new support group being your family and stuff. That's going to
Yeah.
be your training thing for your next marathon. That's going to be your next marathon running group.
That's gonna be it, man. I got to witness my daughter. She ran like a little tyke run when we did one of our races, and
Nice.
she got like second place out of all those kids. Man, I was hyped. I got a glimpse into what life's gonna be like, man. It's bigger than us. Have some kids and enjoy it, man. It's the light of my life. So that's why my fitness journey, as we come to the close, my fitness journey is about my kids now. I'm trying to get it together. I want to be here as long as I can to support them. So hang in there, everybody. Keep it up. Hang in there. Don't give up.
Man, beautiful takeaway, man. Beautiful. I love it, man. I like to end each episode, though, with some quick fire, rapid questions.
Ooh. Yeah,
We're about to see how the mind of Justin Greer works.
Let's see.
Are you ready?
Ready as I can be.
All right, you look ready enough. Here we go. What's the first thing Justin thinks of every morning when he wakes up?
Caffeine.
I think somebody else said that too. It's so funny.
That's real. I'm gonna be honest.
Hey man, everybody has their routines, bro. If I was a coffee drinker, that would probably be the same thing for me. I'm so routine. Coffee every morning. Would you rather be a master of every musical instrument or be fluent in every language? Love this question.
Ooh. I'm going. Ooh, that is okay. I'm gonna go
take your time.
Fluent in every language. The master of every instrument would be fun for me, but the fluent in every language.
That's hard to beat.
I feel like I have a gift in speaking and trying to share the gospel with people. I'm like, if I can hit everybody in all their languages, you're done for. You're gonna fall in love with God.
Seriously. That's a good answer, man. Yeah, I think most people have said language on here. So.
And Kobe, he knew all those languages, and that's one of my idols. Right? Come on, baby.
I know. Come on. Would you rather be a deep sea diver or an astronaut?
Deep sea all day, because we've been looking in the sky, can't find nothing. But when we just go a little deeper. We keep finding these new animals and creations. There's more under the sea. Even biblically, there's more under the sea that I've read. Man, that is more crazy. That is far more crazy than outer space. We can keep finding nothing and some planets.
I know. We can find some more. We'll find some more stars.
We can find some crazy creatures down low. I'm going deep.
Man, that was the best answer, dude. Because every time I watch, like me and Clarissa, we watch the Animal Planet Netflix things all the time.
Yeah.
One of our favorite ones are the deep sea ones, dude. And sometimes we just look at each other like, man, how many different species are there? Like,
yes,
it's a whole world down there.
Yeah, and it's terrifying. They found like a little dragon thing swimming just the other day. It looked like Godzilla, like a mini Godzilla. I'm like, that exists? This is crazy.
I'm telling you, man, it's a whole world under there. Good answer. All right, would you rather have a guaranteed $100,000 or a 50-50 shot at $1 million?
Give me the guarantee, and I'm throwing it in the stock market all day.
You think like me, man. I can't if I lose that 50-50 for the next 3 months, my whole mind is going to be on the $100,000. Like,
why didn't I take that all day? Give me the secure bag.
Exactly. And I think for me too, I hate losing money more than I win money. So I've never been, thankfully, because of that, I've never been like a big like Vegas or lottery gambling guy.
Good for you. I've been there. It's tough.
Yeah, man. All right, pizza or tacos?
Pizza to the death. That's the one meal. If I'm trapped on an island, I can take one thing. I'm taking pizza.
Pizza, dang. Dogs or cats?
Dogs. Can't stand cats.
No, I couldn't until I met Clarissa, dude. She has 2 of them, and they're
you had to make the adjustment.
Man, they made the adjustment for me, man. Well, okay, so here's the thing. I'll be quick. Like with cats, I like low maintenance, right? I consider myself a minimalist, low maintenance. I'm not a lot. I feel like cats are so low maintenance. They'll just like for the whole day, they'll just sit in a corner or they'll like browse around the patio or something, and they'll be out of your way.
See,
Dogs,
that's
on the other hand, I feel in your face,
oh,
and
why
so
did you
after
do
a while,
that?
I'll be tired of it.
Yeah, in Cat's defense, I haven't given cats a chance. I've just always said I can't stand them. I
Yeah.
like, but oddly, I'm a fan of
Yeah.
big cats. Like my favorite animals are like lions and tigers. But it's
There
just
we
for
go.
some reason I haven't gave household cats a chance.
Yeah, it's all good though. Everybody has their own pets. Netflix or YouTube?
Oh, man, that's a good question. I'm gonna go YouTube.
I'm bringing it with these questions. YouTube, me too.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube all the time. I'm on that. I mean, I'm on all of them all the time, but YouTube daily. I
Mhm.
learn stuff from YouTube, entertain myself with YouTube. YouTube wins.
It does. It does. Money or free time?
Ooh, free time. I, I'm gonna have to go free time. I mean, I got kids, bro. Free time. Give me some
Yeah.
free time to like to focus on self, focus on family, focus free time. I'm
Yeah.
just being busy as we've gotten older. I know you're there, bro. Free
Yeah.
time I
Yeah.
took for granted. I used to chill and do nothing all the time, and now I have to try just to chill and do nothing. So it's like you have to make an effort. Free
Dang.
time.
Got to. You got to, man. Here we go. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, breakfast or dinner?
Dinner, not a break. I wake up too late. I'm not. I love break. I'll eat breakfast for dinner. That's the answer to the question.
Oh my
Breakfast for
gosh. This is
dinner,
both.
but I wake up too. I don't. I get my breakfast is usually I wake up. My wife has already made a burrito. Once again, great wife is there waiting for me, and I knock it out real quick, and I'm running to work because I wake up so late. I'm so close. I don't margin my time correctly. So dinner, I actually get to sit and enjoy. So if I enjoy breakfast, it would be breakfast, but I just never really sit and
Never had
enjoy
the
breakfast.
time. Fair enough. Beach or mountains?
Beach. Give me a beach.
Okay.
I would like to be that mountain person who's just solitude and get away, but man, when I go to the beach and just look at the waves crash, I see God to the fullest, man. It's beautiful.
It
So
never
I'm
gets
all,
old.
I'm all
Yeah.
about it. And that weather. Don't forget the weather.
Yeah. That's true too. That's fair. Winter or summer?
Ooh. Give me winter because I'm in the middle of summer. I'm just hot. I don't know why. I don't even like it. I
No, I
get
can't do
cold easy.
summer.
I can't. I don't even like the winter that much. Give me spring. But summer just. I live in Bakersfield, y'all. It's hot. It is
It's
hot.
overwhelming, man. It's just
Yeah, and it'll make you walk outside just get angry because it's hot. Bottom line, it's not good for you. It's not good for your mental health. Give me
true
winter.
story.
Give me a jacket.
True story. He said, "Give me winter, give me Jack." What did you want to be as a kid growing up?
Of course, the normal NBA thing, but I
Right.
also oddly I wanted to be like an analyst too, like a sports analyst. Like I always
Okay.
like looked up to those guys. I thought it was the coolest thing ever.
The
So
Bob Costas and Ernie Johnson and all those.
yeah, sports analyst was like a
Yeah.
weird obsession of mine. That's what I thought was odd. So yeah, honestly anything sports. I was a
Sports.
sports fanatic,
Right.
man.
Right. Right. Same here. All right. Last question. If you can have dinner with any famous person, dead or alive, who would it be and why? It's my favorite question.
Man, I got to narrow it down. I'm gonna leave my spiritual side out because y'all already
Yeah,
know
don't
the
say
answer.
Jesus.
Yeah, I'm
Besides
gonna leave that
Jesus.
out.
That's obvious.
It's, it's oddly, even though he's my favorite, Kobe will be my favorite player. I want to sit down with Shaq. Shaq cracks me up, man. It's
Really?
oddly Shaq. Like Shaq seems like one of the funnest people to meet, and
He does.
it's a tie between Shaq and Dave Chappelle. Those are the two. Those are two people that I
Dude, I
really.
think you just gave mine. There's not a lot of people I can have dinner over Dave.
Yeah, like, and even as I say that, I think I have to lean Dave.
You changed it?
I'm changing to Dave, like, because, oh man, Dave Chappelle, because he's got the funny side that Shaq has, but that wisdom to walk away from that 50
Yeah.
mil and find himself. And Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Dave Chappelle all day. You know what? That's my answer. I gotta do the humble change. I don't know why my
Yeah.
stick keeps
He said the
falling.
humble change. Wait, go
The
back to
humble.
Shaq. Go ahead.
Go back to Shaq.
Yeah, go back to Shaq. Why would you want to have dinner with him though, as well?
Um, just because he seems like the most down. I don't know why my thing is tripping. He seems like the
How you
most
doing?
down to earth, like super celeb there is. Like he really he just doesn't play. I feel like he's real. Like even when you watch him on the shows, he'll talk crap like he's not on TV. And I'm like, dude, you gonna get fired out there. And so I'm like, if you like that on TV, you must be a blast in real life, like for real.
Seriously.
And then but then Dave Chappelle trumped him anyway. So sorry, Shaq. You got
I'm about to say, man, Shaq will order a lot of food.
come on, that's real. And I want to see how big he is. Really, like how big is that guy?
No, dude. I'm looking out the window right now, trying to like look at a tree and all a human would be. Anyways, man, dude, that's all the questions I got. Dude, I can't thank you enough for your time. Like I said, I didn't know if I was even going to be able to have you on because I know that you have a busy schedule, man. Full time at the church, full time husband, full time
Yeah,
dad. I
yeah, but it's
appreciate
not
your
easy,
time
but
on.
always.
Yeah, dude. Any shout outs you want to give? I know once like he said earlier, he's a youth pastor at Valley Bible Fellowship in Bakersfield, California. So go ahead and check it out if you're in the area.
Yeah, just if you got youth or adults want to come to church, Valley Bible Fellowship it's a place that will introduce you to God. You take it from there. Other than that, just thank you, E-Man, for having me. It is an
Absolutely.
honor and a
Absolutely.
blessing to even know you. I'm proud of you. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
your marriage going forward. Keep it up. You guys watching, show some support to your boy because he's going to be big one day. You're going to regret not doing it. So let him
Hey.
know.